Merry meet witches. I'm Crow. Welcome to Witch on the Wild Side with me. Today, I don't know, I've been having these thoughts about deity worship, working with deity, supplication, invocation, evocation, pacts. There's a lot to think about when it comes to deities. Do you need deity to practice paganism, witchcraft, Wicca? It's a big subject, and it can be a little daunting at first, but it doesn't have to be. When you're first looking for deity, like most of us who are involved and attracted to this, most of us have a real longing to connect with nature and to, feel that we're one, we're home. And that manifests for a lot of us in treating that connection as a relationship with deity. And there's a lot of different views. Hey, this is so personal that I think it's really important. What one person does may not be right for the other. Indeed, I don't think there's any two people on the planet that truly have the same connection of deity. Similar? Almost? Yeah. But, this is so personal. It's discussion of existence itself, sort of. Anyhow, before getting too far off into the clouds, so that desire usually manifests itself to connect, the desire to connect usually manifests itself as a connection with the deity. Gaia, Demeter, Persephone, all of those earth things, Hern, Pan, Kronos. It all usually relate. A lot of those deities are relating to the earth, and they're very, very popular amongst people. Same with like Freya and Odin and Woden, all of the Norse gods. The thing that I think it's important to remember is that even though it's like people say, well, how do I start seeking deity? Or is deity seeking me? And how will I know? And what if it's not right? And I start doing something and working and it turns out to be negative. I put it like this. It's like when people ask me, what's a good book? Well, I might not always agree with this book or that book or anything, but what I'll say is go check it out. See what falls off the shelf. The journey, learning how to connect with the gods, it's probably just as important as the gods we find at the end of that journey. Every journey is individual. Every journey is a personal quest. So it's kind of like the book. Read what falls off the shelf. Follow what comes to you. Even if it's just something like it's aesthetically, it's pleasing to you and you feel attracted to it, check it out. You might end up finding a real connection there. I was just reading an article on appropriation, cultural appropriation, and here you do have to be somewhat careful. The old gods, like, ancient Egypt and the Mediterranean, ancient Samaria, Greece, Rome, those are generally, have at her. But they've kind of fallen out of use and nobody minds those. But where some do have trouble is with the Aboriginal communities. I mean, these people have been hurt. we've stolen so much from them already that to many of them, they just see us doing it all over again. So for that reason, I really, really walk carefully. Like, if you approach it with true honor, honest open-heartedness, respect, you're probably gonna be okay. But be aware that somebody might find themselves very offended by it. So just be responsible. It's your journey. I mean, it can be a very daunting subject. It's like finding a magical name. It seems so, oh my God, how will I know? And what if I get it wrong? And each of us starts off like that. And each of us finds our magical name or our deity. It's very similar. So, like, and you can go down one road and explore a bunch of stuff and work in a certain way, and then later change your mind. That's perfectly fine. That's part of the exploration. So it can be very daunting, though. And then there's like, do you worship deity or do you work with deity? Is there supplication? Is there honoring? Is there gratitude being shared? Or is it going one way? Like, all of those subjects get wrapped into this adventure, into discovering what deity means to you. I mean, like, I can only honestly speak from my own personal experiences. I can't speak for any greater community at all. For myself, like, I work mostly with Carolyn, and I say work. Don't worship Carolyn. I have a relationship with her. She teaches me magic. She teaches me about myself, and she guides me to the right situation so that I can learn what I'm looking to learn. It's very real. I talk to her on a daily basis, as a friend, as a companion. I honor her and show immense gratitude and appreciation for everything she's done for me, and she's done so much. But I don't worship her. I'll even make deals with her. Okay, Carolyn, I'll do this, but I need this. And I'll roll that around, have that conversation with her, and if it's right, it'll happen. Like, all of a sudden, okay, that's what we're doing, and that's a pact. It's very similar to when you work with a spirit, a familiar spirit. You give something for getting something. It's a working relationship. And if you make an agreement, either with a god or a familiar spirit, fulfill it. And then they'll say, they do it. Yay. And your working relationship will become thick. Will grow, and it'll be good for you both either deity or a familiar spirit. I guess I do a fair bit of deal making, but it's, again, very personal. I do show supplication when I'm looking at the universe on the whole, the entire cosmic relationship I have, of course, I'm so tiny. It's big. But I don't give that a name. I really only work or connect mostly with aspects of it. And but again, other people will have a name and feel that this is how they're connecting with that entire universe. Beyond, like I'm very earthbound, earth, the moon, and sun. You can be a witch and approach it very cosmic, the entire solar system and all the earth, moon, and sun and all the planets and the galaxy and the whole universal connection. And that's fine. That's, again, a personal thing to do, right? To invoke a deity, to say, I want to invoke my deity and find her or find him, I think that's an awesome idea. Again, explore it. Maybe a fruitful process for you, it may not be. Check it out. Read the book that falls off the shelf. As far as evoking, that's one I personally stay away from. I don't go telling a goddess or a god or a spirit helper, you must do this. I generally don't do that. No, I don't do it, not generally. So, I guess I rambled. I hope you can find some good with this. The main point I guess I want to make in this long-winded talk is let it happen. Explore. Check out supplication. Check out making pacts. Check out invocation. Enjoy it. It's an adventure. Anyways, blessed be, witches. Blessed be.